Straight ahead on WBKB, could you now be eligible for a COVID vaccine?
Plus, 3 positive COVID-19 cases at 1 local high school and an update on the Van Leer Hall project.
You are watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler Cruz.
And I'm Sherry Stewart. Michigan is expanding its COVID-19 vaccination eligibility starting today.
Now, Michiganders 50 and older or ages 16 and older with pre-existing conditions or disabilities are eligible to get vaccinated. This increases the eligibility by more than 500,000 people. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says the state has fully vaccinated a little more than 15% or 1.2 million residents, and more than 2 million people have gotten their first vaccine dose.
Because we're getting so much additional vaccine into Michigan, we have also been able to expand our eligibility groups. So starting Monday, every person age 50 and up, as well as all Michiganders age 16 and up with underlying medical conditions or disabilities will be eligible to get vaccinated.
Michigan's Democratic congressional delegation got a chance to take a tour Monday of the vaccination site at Ford Field in Detroit. The site is set to open this Wednesday. Senator Gary Peters says there's plenty of vaccine available, and now the challenge is to get the vaccine into people's arms.
What we're seeing at Ford Field is a major step forward. It's a major step of community coming together with state and federal government to make a difference. This is how we get through the pandemic. This is how we get our lives back to normal.
Data from last week says more than 27% of residents in the state are already vaccinated. On April 5th, every Michigan resident over the age of 16 will be eligible.
2 students and 1 staff member at Alpena High School have tested positive for COVID-19. The district is in the process of informing students and staff who are required to quarantine. The school department is collaborating with District Health Department number 2 to ensure all precautions are being taken. Alpena will continue with their academic and extracurricular programming. However, they do ask to monitor children for symptoms related to COVID-19. More information will be available on our website.
Well, here's meteorologist Ellie Morrison with the first check of our weather. Ellie, a great start to the week.
Yes, Sherry, we've gotten some really warm temperatures into lower Michigan. We're sitting at 69 degrees in Alpena, at 68 in Saginaw, a little bit cooler in the UP, 50 degrees in Marquette. We'll still hang on to dry weather for tomorrow, but I'm watching this storm system coming out of Texas that's going to be moving into our area for the middle of the week. So most of tomorrow is looking dry, but late tomorrow night, our chances of rain showers are going to increase. I'll have more on that incoming rain and some incoming colder temperatures coming up later in the newscast.
Thank you for that, Ellie. Michigan's Severe Weather Awareness Week runs until this Saturday, March 27th. The purpose of this week is to remind residents that severe weather season is approaching. This includes tornadoes, flooding, high winds, and other weather patterns that could disrupt daily life. Michigan State Police's Am I Ready program wants residents and communities to be prepared and have a plan in place for possible emergency situations. Now is the time to have these conversations with family and peers.
We work with the National Weather Service in determining the best time of year to do this, because we're moving into, the springtime where we tend to see more severe weather, more incidents of flooding.
George also said that taking the time to prepare makes life easier for first responders during weather emergencies.
Because if you and your family are prepared, that frees up those first responders to help those who may not be prepared. They may not be prepared for several reasons.
And we'll have more details on ways to prepare for severe weather on our website.
Very nice story.
Yeah.
Alpena Schools is helping in the fight against COVID-19. The school system will offer COVID-19 testing at Alpena High School on April 4th from noon until 6 p.m. Walk-in registration is accepted. However, it's recommended you pre-register online. We will have a link posted to pre-register on our website.
You may recall our coverage back in August of the renovations at ACC's Van Laer Hall. The nursing facility has made some huge progress since, and WBKB's Stephanie Minichi has more.
It's going on 1 year since the Van Laer renovation project began. It was stalled along the way because of COVID-19, but they're almost reaching their finish line.
ACC's president, Dr. Don McMaster, says it's been a complicated project because there's been lots of staging, but he says despite the challenges, they've made significant progress.
The community space is the middle part of the building. Folks who are familiar with Van Laer Hall over the years will recognize it, but it's changed a lot. It's a lot more vibrant, a lot more inviting, a lot more natural light.
Some administrative staff are temporarily working in an already renovated space until theirs is complete. One staff member speaks about difficulties ahead.
It's going to be very difficult to move back to our old location. We are enjoying all the space that we have. We like the brightness of the room.
According to Dr. Don McMaster, the plan is to have the renovation project completed by fall of 2021, just in time for them to sit outside and enjoy the beautiful view of the river. In Alpena, Stephanie Minichi, WBKB News.
Thank you for that, Stephanie. I can't wait to see what the final project looks like.
Sure.
More news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, Alpena is hosting a vaccine clinic for your pets. And meteorologist Ellie Morrison has your 7-day forecast next. Stay tuned.
Zelensky. You can see the pond reflecting the beauty of the nature of the trees and this colorful sunset taken just south of Alpena. Thank you, Sheila, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@wbkb11.com.
Oh, that is a fascinating picture.
I always love when the sky gets that color.
I do too. Coming up on WBKB News, a look at one of your most important relationships, and Jake Vanderbrook will have the latest in sports.
Welcome back. Alpena County is hosting a vaccination clinic, but this one is for your pets. Alpena County Sheriff's Animal Control is hosting a low-cost rabies vaccination clinic next Saturday. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Animal Control will be giving vaccinations to puppies only, 16 weeks and older. The clinic is walk-in with no appointment necessary. Animal Control assures they will get to everyone, even if they stay after 6 p.m. The vaccine is only $10, and for more information, you can visit our website.
Nice.
Very.
In health news, a new study examines the doctor-patient relationship and a troubling side effect of COVID-19. Michael George has a look at some of the day's top health stories.
Scientists in the UK suggest there may be a strong link between COVID-19 and hearing issues. They examined questionnaires and medical records from COVID patients and identified hearing loss, ringing in the ear, or vertigo in about 30% of cases. Getting a good night's rest may help ward off weight gain after menopause. According to researchers in Massachusetts, sleep also helps reduce the risk of diabetes and other related diseases for midlife women. And a new University of Florida study suggests having only one personal doctor may lead to unnecessary tests. They found an estimated 40% of male patients who had a single general physician were more likely to receive a prostate cancer screening test at a time when the test was not recommended by public health experts. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
We'll have all your local sports news next, but first, Jake Vanderbrook is here with a preview. Jake, what's going on?
Hey, Tyler, coming up next in sports, 2 area basketball teams will not be competing in districts. I'll let you know who those 2 schools are. Plus, top plays are back in full swing on this Monday. We got some good plays to show you. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen, because sports is coming up next.
Welcome back. Demi Lovato gets frank about her life and death in a new documentary, and Dr. Oz has all the answers. Chris Martinez has your eye on entertainment.
Dr. Mehmet Oz takes over guest hosting duties on Jeopardy today. Oz follows Katie Couric's 2-week stint as the popular game show searches for a new permanent host following the death of Alex Trebek. Dr. Oz has all the answers through April 2nd.
I'm on my 9th life.
Demi Lovato gets personal about her 2018 overdose and brush with death in the new documentary Demi Lovato, Dancing with the Devil.
I've had so much to say over the past 2 years, wanting to set the record straight about what it was that happened.
Lovato says she was within minutes of dying from a heroin overdose at her Hollywood Hills home in July 2018. She also gets candid about her ongoing struggle with sobriety. Demi Lovato, Dancing with the Devil is available on YouTube tomorrow.
Look what I have done in this lifetime with this body.
And Tina Turner's life and career goes on full display in the new HBO documentary, Tina. The film features never-before-seen footage and interviews with Turner, her husband Erwin Bach, Oprah, and others as it chronicles the music icon's life beginning at age 17.
I had an abusive life. There's no other way to tell the story.
Tina debuts on HBO and HBO Max this weekend. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
That's all we have for you this evening.
You can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
And check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 with Stephanie Manici. Have a great evening.